Today I'm going to show you how to mount a piece of plastic track to a board. Doesn't matter what track you use, AFX, Tomy, Lock and Pin Aurora, Tyco, doesn't matter. The same technique works on all tracks. We started out, the screw I'm going to be using is a number 4 1/2-inch screw, kind of small. You could use up to a 3/4 inch depending on your base, how tight it is. So we'll start by drilling a 1/16 hole in the track. Center it out, about as close to center as you can. There are a lot of different ways to mount track, gluing, brads, or braid nails, etc. But this is kind of the system I like to use. It's a lot tougher. It'll hold the track better, and not to mention whenever should you have to replace a piece of track, at least now you can get it up without too much problem at all. Okay, we drilled the hole. Now we screw the screw in. Try and get it as straight as possible. Screw in the screw. Continue screwing it right into the board. Now when you get it almost all the way in, feel for the track to start bending, because there's no countersink yet. Feel for the track to start warping, bending right at the screw. Get a little bit of a warp to it. And then what we're going to do is hit it with a soldering iron. And we'll watch the track raise back up. And you see there's a little bit of berm around the screw, which is okay for now. And keep repeating until you get the screw flush or a little bit under the track surface. Okay, once you get the screw underneath this, even or under the surface, simply take a razor blade and cut across. If your screw isn't quite flush with the surface, you can always do it a little bit more. Give it a little bit more and heat it again. Just keep repeating until the screw is flush or under the track surface. When you're heating it, heat it just enough to where the track starts lifting and the screw starts sinking. You get that ridge around the screw. again, once you have the ridge, just take a razor blade, trim it off, and that's how I mount my tracks. Okay, let me show you why I prefer this method over any of the braids or glue or anything else. What happens when you heat the screw up, you actually make a little pocket that the screw can hang on to on the bottom side of the track. Much like the original Aurora lock and pin, they come with pockets made into them. But other track, and also depending on where you want to put a screw, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be right in the middle. It can be towards the end or whatever, depending on if the track is warped or whatever. But that little pocket that it makes gives it a good bite, and not like braids and stuff like that which pull out, in my opinion. And like I said, it's easy to replace the track. You know, if you have to have another piece of track made or something, it just screws right out. Nice. Just another thing I like to do, or just for giggles, whichever way you want to put it. I made myself up sheets of manhole covers. You got RG&E manhole covers, DPD manhole covers. You know, name them differently or whatever. Don't name them at all, whichever way you want to do it. I got them sized to punch out with a regular paper punch. So then you take your decal sticker, stick it on the screw, and there you have it screwed on, and a manhole cover. And that's about it. That's how I mount my pieces of track to a board.